formally introduce him. So if you turn with me to page 10, I know we all can read, but I definitely wanted you to get to know him. This is a real personal, intimate setting, so I don't want you to feel like it's them and us, but to really get to know each other, because we are researchers and colleagues, and we are in this field called what we call academia. So we got to start getting to know each other. So if I can do it justice, Dr. Malala Dioyo. Although he has never taken an industry position, Professor Malala Dioyo's work gets a lot of attention from industry. 4 years ago, Professor Dioyo, whose formal training is in engineering and applied mathematics, became a researcher for the joint MIT Industry Consortium on light metal body structures. While this was quite a deviation from his PhD thesis, note to graduate students, in experimental shock physics and mechanics, his work on ultra-lightweight material systems has resulted in several major breakthroughs. Many of his recent articles in this field are listed in Science Direct Top 25 hottest articles in various leading journals in mechanics. Professor Dioyo's pioneering research on ultralight technology connects perfectly with his background. Having been born and raised in the all-striking Zoutpansberg Mountains and the Limpopo River Valley region in northern South Africa, Professor Dioyo has a great love for nature and a cultural inclination to conserve it. Professor Dioyo's engineering journey is an amazing story that is as fascinating as his childhood. It is a story of strength and determination. What is notable is that his dream in high school was to become a lawyer in apartheid South Africa, his second choice being a medical doctor. Ironically, he exhibited an extraordinary aptitude for science and mathematics, validated by an IQ test from a visiting mining company who offered him an engineering scholarship. Reluctant, but due to financial restrictions, he accepted the company's offer and enrolled for an engineering degree. Engineering became a personal challenge for him to prove to himself that despite grants to education that ill-prepared indigenous South Africans for careers in the sciences, he could still excel despite the odds against him. This stubbornness emanated from youthful arrogance, resulted in endless sleepless nights for Professor Dioyo, and I'm sure they continue, at the University of Cape Town, while his passion for engineering developed, leading him to Brown University, MIT, and now Georgia Tech. An energetic, intense, and charismatic professor, while receiving an Outstanding Educator Award from the school earlier this year, congratulations, only after a year at the Institute, the presenter described him as an avid soccer player, which explains his service to the Institute as a faculty advisor to women and men soccer teams. While his exams are some of the hardest at the Institute, as students reveal in their evaluation of his classes, he also strongly admits that his ability to inspire them to excel is unequaled. He values absolute dedication to education, and genuinely cares about his students. An unorthodox man in outlook and rather unpredictable, his ideas about research often defy common sense, yet only to make sense. A tireless, hardworking professor, Professor Dioyo's commitment to enhance Georgia Tech's top quality education and research and to help it become the #1 technical university in the world cannot be questioned. So without further ado, I proudly present to you Dr. Dioyo, who is definitely a pioneer in both research, teaching, and service, to present to you some of his ideas and his spiel on merging multiculturalism and multidisciplinary research.